Are you injured? No? Then stop bothering me. Now, don't ask me to guarantee that this antidote will work. Falchu's spawn are unusually resilient. In a church? Certainly not. But I could do it at the inn. That's Darian's plan, to get us to the inn. Then we'll see about crafting an antidote for this terrible affliction.
What brings you to our pleasant little city? The war? The blood? The thrice-damned werewolves? That's the first good news I've heard today. But if you're here to take me to my father, you can get that thought right out of your head. There are beautiful women in Camlorn that still need to be rescued. In all seriousness, I'm not doing anything before we find a safe refuge for the civilians hiding in the surrounding buildings. The inn nearby should be defensible enough, and it's full of supplies. There's just one catch. The inn's locked up tight and the innkeeper was killed trying to reach us. Get the key from the body and enter the inn, then shine a signal light. I'll rally the civilians and get them to safety. We'll talk about my key after that. When the werewolves attacked, the damn bloodthorns appeared inside the city. It was as if they'd been here all along. I think they even opened the gates for the werewolves. They had a plan, and they executed it perfectly. If they didn't start out that way, that's certainly the case now. A marriage made in oblivion, to be sure, but effective nevertheless.
Darian talks of nothing but wine and women. But behind his bluster, he's a better tactician than his father. Though that's not saying much. What do you think I've been doing here? Making soup? Here it is. Go beat up on some werewolves until they're weakened, then douse them with this. If the cure works, they'll revert to human form. Then send them back here.
And here we are at the inn, all safe and sound, more or less. We saw the light and followed you inside. Not quite yet. We need weapons and armor to help protect these civilians. There are caches of Camlorn guard supplies hidden around the city. Gather some, and we can arm more people.
Everyone's dead. Everyone. to get out of here. Get somewhere safe.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Ah, the lovely clank of armor. Well done. When we get out of here, the first drink's on me. Now, the good news is I do indeed have the master key to the city gates. The bad news is your thrilling exploits have attracted Falchu's attention.
The cure. Did it work? The real pity is I can't make more doses until we're out of here. Still, you were able to rescue a few of our citizens. Thanks.
You certainly know how to make an impression. You were too successful, my friend, and now Falchu is, pardon the pun, howling mad. A bold plan, especially for my father. If we time it right, it should work. But that doesn't change the fact that Falchu is hunting for us. Take one of these newly armed townsfolk with you. Have the civilian light the fires in the towers to signal my father. I'll take the rest of the civilians and my guards and unlock the gates. Oh no, you have something much more important to do. Once the fires are lit, you confront Falchu. Keep him busy long enough for our troops to take the city. I'll send aid as soon as I can. Now, don't be modest. You've more than proven yourself. Destiny beckons and you must answer its call. Say, that sounded rather good. I should write this stuff down. Oh, we can give you fire. At least we can once the Lion Guard archers arrive. Keep Falchu busy long enough, and you'll get all the fire you need.
Who dares trespass in my city? Find them! Kill them! Bring me their bones!
I'm not much good with a sword, but I'll do it. Keep watch. I won't be long. I lit the signal fire. Let's move on. Where am I? Keep watch. I won't be long. Keep watch. I won't be long. I lit the signal fire. Let's move on. Won't be long.
Begone, Ankoff! I do dare challenge me? Prepare to feel my wrath! Fire shall not destroy me again!
Help me.
You did it. You killed Falchu. Yes, my friend, but you turned the tide. We had all but lost the war before you came and showed us the way to victory. My son may know more than me on that matter. My only guess is that they sought to break the Lion Guard, divide our forces and destroy us. If not for your intervention, they very well may have succeeded. Yes, throughout Glenumbra, the Lion Guard is spread thin, and without King Casimir's full support, I'm not sure if we'll be able to deal with it all. Of course, if I had a few more like you, we might just have a chance. We rebuild. Of course, we still need to deal with Falchu's master, but tomorrow is another day, and we should relish this victory. Well, don't let me keep you. We both have things to do, and you should speak with my son.
Will this
I didn't know Gloria was involved in all this. She does make wading through werewolves look pretty good, though, don't you think? Maybe she and I can get together later, share a bottle of wine, find a quiet corner where we can compare notes. I wanted to thank you, personally. We might have been able to retake Camlorn eventually, but it wouldn't have been quick, and it certainly wouldn't have been pretty. You saved lives. That's not something I'll soon forget. I'm resigning from the Camlorn Guard. Never did like being stuck in one place for too long. Once this Angoff thing is finished, maybe I'll travel for a while, see exotic lands, exotic women, drink exotic wine. Oh, and cheese. I love cheese. And what are you going to do? Anyway, my job here is done. My father will take good care of the city. I'm not one for building things and making repairs. I don't even own a hammer. I'm sure I can be of more use somewhere else. First one to reach Angoff buys the first bottle of wine. But in all sincerity, thanks for helping us. You really are an inspiration, and I should know, seeing as I'm pretty inspirational myself. I'm going to make sure these people are taken care of before I leave. It's the least I can do. I had a drink with him earlier today. Discussed our favorite foods, our love lives, his plans for world domination, that sort of thing. No, I have no idea where Angoff is. I will find him, though. That much I promise. A squad of Lion Guard soldiers headed north to track him down. There's been no word from them, but who knows what was lost in all this werewolf nonsense. That's as good a place as any to start. Maybe they found something.
I've got what you need.
By the thousand scaled.
a new recruit. If you're here to help, we could certainly make use of you. Aren't we all, my friend? Aren't we all? We might be able to assist each other, but we have some other business to take care of first. We're dealing with a literal undead uprising. Our patrols sweep the wilds while our primary wizard, Gabriel Benele, searches for a magical relic that will help. But I'm concerned. Some of our patrols haven't returned. The Lion Guard doesn't usually seek help outside its ranks, but these are desperate times. Do what you can to help any patrols you encounter. And if you run into Mage Benele, maybe you can help her out as well. Stendar bless you. I'll tell you what I can. In hindsight, I may have spread the patrols too thin. I sent them to patrol the grounds around the redoubt, to protect the Gaudet farm, and to guard the western ruins at Marovek's Folly. Oh, I'd love to, but there's some kind of barrier protecting the crypts at Cathpedro. Unless Wizard Benele can get us through that barrier, we can't get to Angoff, and the undead will just keep coming. Wizard Benele is here on behalf of the Mages Guild. She claims there's a relic in the ruins that will help us defeat Angoff, but magic is so unpredictable. And, truth be told, Wizard Benele can be easily distracted.
Can anybody help me?
Appreciate it.
Thank Kennereth I found you. You don't know how many people I have met have been torn apart by these cultists and their creatures. I was with Wizard Benele at the nearby Marovek's Folly, looking for an important relic. When the undead attacked us, we were forced to retreat, but the mage swore she was close to finding something. She did some magic thing and vanished. She said that a nearby crypt contained a relic we needed to defeat Angoff. I would have remained by her side, but she just disappeared. I told Commander Ailes what happened, and he said I should find you and let you know. Wizard Benele is nice enough, but she's not very sensible. She barely looked up from her books and scrolls, even when the fighting got intense. Oh, she'd paused long enough to zap a zombie that wandered too close, but otherwise she was oblivious. The crypt's got to be somewhere near the ruins of Marovek's Folly. She kept a journal that she was constantly writing in. I'm sure it contains the location of the crypt. Our camp is west of the redoubt. Her journal is probably still there.
Stranger, aid me.
I hate meeting new people when I'm not at my best. Is my hair all right? Are my robes on straight? Commander Ailes, a good man and a good soldier. But how did you find me? I did? I knew I left my journal somewhere, but I haven't told you the most exciting news. I found the Midnight Talisman. With it, we can punch a hole in Angoff's barrier at Cathedral. We just need to recharge the beautiful little relic. Do you like the name? I thought it up myself. Sounds simply ominous, doesn't it? Anyhow, it's a Daedric relic used to manipulate Oblivion portals. If you know how, you can use the talisman to get past arcane barriers. And I know how. The talisman would be the key to defeating Angoff. If its power wasn't depleted, we need to recharge the talisman. Then we'll finally get our chance to deal with Angoff and take the battle to him. I have a ritual that can recharge the talisman and restore its power. There's an ancient weird site on the beach near here. We can use that as the focus for the ritual. I just need to rest for a bit. Then I can get myself there and still have enough power for the ritual. Here, take the talisman and head on down. I'll meet you there. You made it. No zombie bites or anything. I found an inscription in the crypt. It described the relic in remarkable detail. Apparently, the talisman can draw energy from the land itself. Ancient magic saturates this site. It's the perfect place to perform the ritual of recharging. I perform the ritual. You stand there and look heroic. Simple? Are you ready? Here goes nothing. It's done, but something's not right. That didn't seem right. The ritual worked, but something awful looked at me while I was channeling energy into the relic. I think there's something trapped inside the talisman. Whatever's inside the relic, it's certainly not friendly. We can try to dispel it using the weird revelation stone in the circle just up the beach. Put the talisman on the stone and kill whatever emerges. That will do the trick. Just getting down here tired me out more than it should have. I know you can handle whatever's inside the talisman. I'm pretty sure it's just a Banekin or a lesser scamp.
I see you, little mortal. I've guarded this talisman for untold centuries, and you hope to purge me from it? Never. I will personally send you back to Molag Bal.
That thing. Julianos, I was wrong about how powerful the thing in the talisman was. My apologies. Dremora? Oh, those are bad. Sorry. At least it's gone and we can use the talisman now. I have enough energy to open a portal for both of us to use. Are you ready to return to the redoubt? This is it. All our work has led to this. We're ready to confront Angoff and destroy him. Thanks to you, he won't be able to hide from us now. I told Sir Lannis what happened out there. You should introduce yourself when you get a chance.
Over here, we have much to discuss. The great King Casimir sent us to stop Angoff. With the combined might of the dragons, the Lion Guard, and you, Angoff will surely fall. Well said. But we can't just rush after the villain. First off, Angoff's toxic mist protects the approach to Cath-Badro. It rises from his vines and sickens anyone who breathes it in. The wizard Benelay believes you might be immune to its effects. We have to chance it. We don't have any other options. A squad of dragons succumbed to the mist before they could retreat. Then that idiot Darien led a few Camlorn soldiers on an ill-conceived rescue mission and they were overcome as well. I hope the soldiers still live. That mist is deadly. And that fool from Camlorn, what was he thinking? He charged right into the mist after them. They couldn't have gotten too far into the graveyard. The poison mist acts fast. Hopefully, they stay together. Once you get them out of there, we can plan our attack against Angoff. With the city liberated from Falchu, some of the Camlord Guard came up this way looking for a fight. A noble named Darien was acting as their leader. He seemed very angry with Angoff. Something about werewolves.
All hail Queen Isolde, ruler of Shornhelm. May her wisdom and beauty guide us for years to come.
Well, look who's here. I should have known you'd be making Angolf's life miserable. Camlorn wasn't enough for you, eh? Say, these mists are poisonous. Why aren't you affected? I wish I knew. I didn't think. I just rushed in to help the Dragon Knights. My guards started gasping and falling to the ground, just like the Knights. But not me. These are the only survivors. But I don't think they'll last much longer. The mist is thicker toward the gate. They won't survive passing through it again. But the mist doesn't seem to affect the necromancers. Those amulets must protect them. Kill a few, take their amulets, and give them to the Knights. Better grab a couple of extras just in case anyone shows up while you're gone. I'll stay here and defend the Knights from any wandering undead.
These soldiers won't last much longer, and I don't have enough magic to extend my ward to protect them. Darian told me about the amulets. Did you get them? With any luck, they'll work like the talisman you're carrying. Perfect. Thank you. I'll put them on the wounded knights, and Darian can lead them to safety. Do you have any more? I might be able to use them to clear the mist. If I merge them and cast an amplification spell, I can increase the size of my protection ward. If I can get to a central point and hold the spell long enough, our troops will be able to get in. You just need to defend me while I do it. Good. Meet me at the center of the graveyard. When Angolf notices what I'm doing, he's bound to send someone to stop me. If they interrupt me while I'm casting, the spell will fail, and that won't be good. Are you ready to begin? Stay close. You have to keep them away from me until I complete the ritual. Let's get inside before anything else tries to stop us. That takes care of the mist, but who knows for how long. Let's not waste this opportunity. The time to strike at Angolf has arrived. This next bit is critical. I've seen what you can do, so I know you're up to it. Besides, we'd never have made it this far if not for you. You won't be able to just walk into Angof's parlor and challenge him to a duel. He has minions. His kind always has minions. But don't let that stop you. We've come too far not to try to finish this. I'll follow you as soon as the soldiers get here. Oh, even better. Take this binding stone. Find a secure location inside the catacombs and use it to call me to you. I'll even bring some of the soldiers with me. Some of the dead were protected by wards designed to prevent desecration. Look for a tomb with these wards and use the stone there. That should be safe enough for my purposes. Good. You found the perfect spot for... Wait, where are the others? Yes, Sir Lannis and his knights volunteered to come with me, but I only see Dame Alexine. There must have been too many of us for the binding stone. This isn't good. The other knights could have been scattered throughout the crypts. Good, but listen, there's only one way to get out of these crypts. You have to kill Angof. I don't have any other way to deal with his various protections and defenses now that I'm down here. He dies, or we never leave. Those are our choices.
Fancy meeting you here. Tavern, I said. Meet me in a tavern. There's no ale down here. Just zombies and tentacles. And where are the serving wenches? You promised me serving wenches. Oh well, at least your timing is perfect. Dear Gabrielle's spell seems to have misfired. Luckily, a few of us were able to find each other. I also convinced the Bloodthorn cultist to tell me how to reach Angof. I can be very persuasive when I put my mind to it. 3 locks protect Angof's inner sanctum. I doubt that even you can get in there by simply knocking. You need 3 shard keys to open the locks. They're well guarded, so you're gonna have to kill a few things to get them. I wish I could aid you, but I'm needed here. Lannis is good with a sword, but I'm better. I'll protect the survivors. Let Lannis know if you run into anyone else. I don't know exactly, but the Bloodthorn cultist told me about the Guardians. Watch out for a summoned creature, an impassable trap, and a warrior spirit bound to Angof's service. All I know is that Angof drew on the collected power of his cultists to summon the creature. I hear that it's more plant than beast. And of course, it's terrible to behold. Actually, I couldn't get anything out of the cultist about the trap. Sorry, you're on your own with that one. It seems that when Angof first came to power, a certain knight took offense and tried to kill him. Angof captured the knight's spirit and bound it to serve him. I understand he's extremely powerful and not at all happy about the situation.
Wizard Benelay said you'd gotten inside and were hunting Angof. We wanted to help, but I hope we haven't done more harm than good. We met Wizard Benelay outside. She said you'd use a binding stone to call us. Then suddenly we were down here in the dark and surrounded by a horde of undead. The rest of the contingent must be somewhere nearby. My best guess? Deeper inside the catacombs. If you find any knights, send them this way. I'll hold the passage with this overconfident fool and his crazy friend. When they aren't flirting, they both fight like a whole platoon of orcs. Stay back. This area's trapped. Don't get caught like I did. I've been watching to see how it works. The trap has guardians. They're the key to disarming it, I believe. After each trap fires, there's a brief moment when you can disarm it. During this moment, you have to defeat its guardian. It's the only way. So, I'm not the only one left? That's good to hear. I'm pretty exhausted, but I'll see if I can find them after I rest up for a few moments.
Never creep up on a person, you're likely to get beheaded. You must be Wizard Benele's friend. You're the mad fool who went into the catacombs ahead of us, aren't you? By the way, did the other knights make it? That binding spell seemed to throw me a bit short of the mark. I'll head out as soon as I see a clear path. A word of warning, though. The lurcher in the chamber ahead is extremely tough. I'd keep it away from the totems surrounding it if you plan to challenge it.
are the one who wishes to destroy my master. I know what you seek. I would tell you if I could, but instead I must thwart you. The shard key is bound to my spirit, as surely as I am bound to guard it. But I wonder, will you listen to a riddle? A useful riddle? What cannot be said directly may be hinted at. Listen then. Rot and death are Angof's guise. Living flesh holds his demise. I must release the shard to the one who brings me what the living flesh beyond this crypt holds. I cannot say directly, only through riddle. Seek what differs in the next room. Take what the living flesh holds, then unbind me with it. That spirit, his gaze, so hard and cold. He won't stop looking at me. He looks right through me. Why am I so cold? They're here? That's great news. I'll go find them in a moment. But be careful around this spirit. I think he's cursed me already. My mind is blue and cold. I'll tell him. Watch yourself down there. Angof has the entire place rigged with traps. We'll be lucky if any of us get out of here alive. Come to destroy my master? I know what you seek. I would tell you a simple riddle, yet you already have the answer in your possession. That rune you hold is the key to releasing me. The living flesh holds the riddle answer no longer. Yes, but take care what you say. The words must be repeated exactly as written. No, fool! The stone! Read the... Ah! You come to... Yes, but take care what you say. The words must be repeated exactly as written. Ah, it's done! Thanks, Stendar. Here, take the shard key. I am free to ascend at last. Destroy Angof. Avenge me and the others that have fallen victim to his crimes.
We'll do what we can to help. Just stay away from his vines.
So you are the vain fool who seeks to plague Lenumbra for my crown. After I cure you, I shall raise you up and make you my slave. You and your friends will all die.
You did it! Now hurry. Through the portal you go. Well, that was fun, wasn't it? All right, maybe fun isn't the right word, but you were glorious. Angof is finally dead. We can't thank you enough for what you've done. The others have all collapsed in their tents. They're exhausted, but I wanted to welcome you back. And Sir Lannis wants to talk to you. He's telling the Lion Guard commander what happened. Who knows? Maybe he wants to give you a medal or something. Well, go on. We'll be fine. I promise.
The king will be grateful for what we've done here. Some of Angof's minions are still running loose, but it's nothing we can't handle. Maybe things will finally return to normal now. Without Angof's magic, hopefully the vines will wither and die. If not, I'm sure the Mages Guild can conjure up a spell to clear them away. I'm not too concerned about them. Yes, but I can't put my finger on it. We've heard rumblings that things up north aren't looking any better. Not necessarily vines and such, but there are whispers of other things out there that we need to be concerned about. I hear there's trouble in Coghlan Village. Something bad is happening up there. But don't worry about that right now. We just saved the people of Glenumbra. We should be celebrating. Now, where did I put it? The king set aside this armor for the champion who defeated Angof. It was a treasure of Daggerfall, and now it belongs to you. It's your reward for all you've done for this land and its people. May luck follow you wherever you go.
Sir, They took him, sir.
The captain. They came at night. We couldn't. We were returning from Daggerfall when our caravan was attacked. Bretons fighting with Daedra at their side. Killed most of us, but the captain, They took the captain. Stormhaven. Ruins. Near the border. They took him there.
You received my letter then. Thanks for coming. You got my letter? Thanks for meeting me. My good friend Dulif of the Mages Guild is in danger. I can't protect him from the Fire Song on my own. A circle of druids that usually stick to their own island. Lately, however, they've been turning up all over and attacking people. I hoped I was done with them after Earthenroot Enclave, but Dulif spotted them while investigating a lead. I'm a historian. Dulif's helping me trace the movements of the Druids of Galen after they left High Rock in ages past. I'm not familiar with this land, so Dulif went on ahead. Now he's in trouble. Can you help? I'll find a way to reward you.
just getting a charcoal rubbing of this tablet.
Dula! Ifri's grace. The fire song didn't get you.
You know better than to worry about me.
Fill in our friend.
I asked Laurel to find capable help, and it looks like she delivered. Exquisite. The name's Dulef of the Mages Guild. I managed to give those craven fire songs the slip earlier, but I'm sure glad to have you with us now. Look what I found. An ancient tablet. The carving's as old as Tuwaka's tale, but the symbol at the top represents the Druid King. And the pattern suggests some sort of ritual. But I'm not sure about the other three symbols. Weirds, maybe? No idea. Earlier, I met with a Beldama Weiris. Thought she might know something about why the Druid King visited the Weirds before leading the Druids to the Sisters. She needed time to recall the stories, but remembered this tablet and sent me to examine it. No idea. That's why I made this rubbing. Why don't you take it to the Beldama camp near the Weird Tree and show it to Weiris Tola? Maybe it will help her recall any stories about Weirds and the Druid King. Druid Laurel and I will meet you there. The camp is just to the west of the Beldama Weird Tree. I'll stay with Druid Laurel and make sure she gets there safely. Let's hope the Weiris has remembered something, or can at least tell us more about the carvings on this tablet. I'm not entirely sure. When I asked her about stories concerning the Druid King and the Weirds, it was the first thing she remembered. Like the Druids, they mostly keep an oral history, so this tablet must have special meaning. By sand and seas, if they are, they've been looking in the wrong place. After I wrote to Laurel and gave them the slip, I haven't seen them since. But they're still out there. I can feel them in the wind. We might look an odd pair, but Laurel and I go way back. She pulled my carcass out of the sea after I shipwrecked off the coast of Galen. Had the Stone Lord Druids take care of me. After that, I stopped being a pirate and charted a new course. I owe her more than just investigating the path of the Druid King, but she's my friend. She showed me that there was more to the world, more to me. And after what happened at the Enclave, Fire Song dogs, them being here can't be a coincidence.
We'll meet you at the camp shortly, friend. I want to take a look at this tablet first.
Bowstring choke. That's bad luck, that is.